Hello, then, people. Good morning. That there is an indictment of how I feel this morning. Now, then, people. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you're all doing well. 12 hours. Sky Sports saying 10. Yeah, it's 10. I could put 10 if you want. Sorry, yeah, it's just a title. I'll put 10. Yeah, 10 hours left. There you go. We'll change that for you, mate. Don't want OCD kicking off for folks, do we? Yeah, it closes at 7. It closes at 7 p.m. tonight. I know we shouldn't be bothered about what others are doing, but I am bothered about what others are doing because Sunderland lost Mark Gooey to Chelsea. He went back. Mark Gooey, a player who was barely going to touch the pitch. And it just so happens they've gone, fucking hell, Brian Broby's still available at Ajax. Well, we might as well take Brian Broby. Oh, you want to take Mark Gooey? Yeah, take him. Take him back. So they lose a player, they sign a player within 12 hours. If that. We've been waiting to get a winger/10 for fucking weeks. We've then seen them also sign RB Leipzig defender. Can play centre-back, can play right-back. Netherlands international. I always butcher his name. Gertrudia. Again, it makes me laugh because when I was mocking the Luis Openda stuff online, people were going, I mean, why anyone believed that shit? But anyway, he's gone to Juve. But people were saying to me, yeah, but RRB links. What RB links? We don't have RB links. They fucking sponsor our shirt. Oh, they've got a great network, you know, we'll tap in, get some of their players. Where? We get their fucking undercuttings, the scraps that they don't even have at the football club, the broken ones, the Noah Okafors, the Brendan Aronsons, the fucking Rasmus Christensens, the Max Vobers. That's what we get. That's what we get. That's what we get. And then Florian Louise. Wunderkid on FM. But he's going to Burnley. Again, €2 million loan fee with 24 obligation, probably if they stay up. And Copium as well, Yorkshireman. I have to agree with Yorkshireman there, Mr. Dodo. It is Copium. He's better than anyone we've got. So they've probably got their third choice in Mark Gooey. This is what's this is what affects me off in terms of they've lost probably their third choice. I had people try to tell me that Mark Gooey and Broja were thing, but they've lost probably their third choice, Mark Gooey, and then they've replaced him with someone that walks into our side. So it's just frustrating. We're dragging our heels. Where's the money? And the worst thing is we're not linked to anyone. And I don't want to hear 49ers moving silence kind of vibe because the silence is fucking deafening. We would have heard something. This is what worries me. Everton exploring deadline day move for Freiburg's Merlin Hroll. Long-time target, but still a lot to get over the line. Centre midfielder is a priority. People making move. Sunderland have explored a move for Norwich striker Josh Sargent, but are now set to sign Ajax forward Brian Broby. Bring me Josh Sargent. And people took me out. We won't go there. West Ham are one of a number of clubs interested in Brighton defender Igor. Alex Jimenez has signed a new contract as a Bournemouth player from AC Milan. Donnarumma's going to City. It's a mad day. Isak's going to Liverpool. Leeds United. I mean, we got Pirro and James and Anto. Okafor's broke, but we got him. You know what I mean? I just don't know. Mad, let's get stuck into some of your comments. It's going to be a long, hot summer and it's 25 degrees in the shade. This is the not to start to the day we needed. Don't we have an amazing day? My gut says it's a shambles. If it does, it's on the board on the recruitment team. It's on the board on the recruitment team. They did not give the tools to the manager. Those are not the badges I was hoping our link players would be wearing. It was so funny last night. We did the final word, and Lockie says, "Yeah, I like Demirovic. I like this player, but my number one target would be Brian Broby. He's still available." And then we come off live, bang, Sunderland deal agreed, bang. Wherein that same day, Mark Gouy, I think Sunderland couldn't believe their eyes when he's still available. They've probably gone, my God, he's still available. Like, what let's get that deal done. Fucking Mark Gouy, take him. Have him back. We'll pay you to take him back. Isak Medical, never thought the deal would happen. It did. At least 2 signings. And I know it's like, do you know what? I'm even reasoning with myself saying, I don't even need 2. I'll just take 1. Just take 1. Just give me 1. Give me half of 1 if you want. We've got a couple of half players in our set up anyway. Ones that are half alive, half dead. You know what I mean? Gouy recalled yesterday Sunderland strike. It's mad, bro. It's mad. Not a good feeling. Feeling we'll get news we tried. I'm sick of hearing it. When was the last time we've had a seamless window where we haven't tried? I tell you, man, it was that Jesse Marsh one. When we signed Tyler Adams, Louis Sinisterra, Mark Rocker, Brendan Aronson, that was a good window for us on paper. Ended up shite. But my point is, the one manager they properly backed, and he was shite. How's it going, mate? 3 more coming in, apparently. Where from? Morning, brother. And good news for us. I don't know about that. Let's be honest, Sunderland have absolutely smashed it. Burnley doing bits late on, yeah. Leeds sit on our hands. We aren't signing anybody, and Flacco will fail. 49ers don't want to spend money. All business with them, says Headers Brown. I think we get a 10, just a question of how much we spend and who we get. Didn't the manager of Spursiana say he's staying? I'm at the point where I believe the 49ers don't give a shit. I mean, they do, but what's going on? Where's that? What's going on? Where's the signings? Morning, Matty. How many clubs do you think have a worse squad than us? Is ours in bottom 3? I think it was in bottom 3 anyway. Do you know what I mean? You would have to say that the newly promoted teams go straight into the bottom 3 anyway, regardless of even if we didn't do well, because even the teams that are doing poorly, West Ham, etc., have a Lucas Paqueta, have a Jared Bowen, have an Oged. These are like top players, a Souček. Bournemouth have got a 6 squad. The likes of Semenyo, Alex Scott, they can get rid of a Philip Billing and still, you know what I mean? A Lewis Cook. These are, Palace have a mint squad. Comparative to ours, we're in the bottom 3 anyway, man. Definitely. 100%. The newly promoted teams just automatically go in the bottom 3. Because we can bemoan Brentford and that, and they've lost some key players, but then they have Schade, they have the new striker. They have Carvalho, even like adding depth like Jordan Henderson, which I'm not saying we should, but my point is this squads are stacked in comparison to ours. So we're always fighting a losing battle anyway. But 2 flights coming in before 12 from Brussels and Paris. Then we have 2 from Manchester and London. Foolish on my part. Yeah, get the jet washers out today. Get out today, man. I look like one of them. I don't know. I look like an American, don't I? I'm gonna kill them. Prague said no disrespect to other clubs, but we're different. What a melt. Do you know what, right? When they talk shit. I like the 49ers. Let me just qualify that statement. But do you remember last summer when we were told about, Red Bull will be the difference? Lies. And they tried to sort of like save themselves in the media. Yeah, well, it was the difference why we got X amount for Rutter and all that. And it was like lies because it was a release clause. Yeah, but we would have had to accept something sooner. No, you wouldn't have. And then this summer, we're going to spend every penny. Well, if this is every penny, it's a worry. And then, what was it? But he's happy to go on Sky opening day. Get me on that Sky Sports. I love it. Get me on the Sky Sports. Yeah, we'll do business. We'll remain active and all this shit. What was it? All the business gets done in the last part of the window. Well, not for us, it don't. Nothing's going on today. Parag and Blunderwood having a day out at Flamingo Land. If anyone sees them at Flamingo Land, have a word. Good morning, my man. Let's get things done. Maybe a surprise. I hope you're right. All I will say about Brian Brobby is that my friend's a big fan. He doesn't rate him. And that's... Well, I would stick with my man Lockie. I don't know the player. I think he's had a lot of personal issues as well, Rob. But even still, even if he might flop or whatever. But the point here isn't even so much the player; it's the readiness with which to replace Mark Gouy. They thought they were keeping Mark Gouy. Yeah. Then they get told by Chelsea we want him back. Within 12 hours, they've signed another player. I think that's the big issue here. And this is where I do think maybe Adam Underwood might struggle in the European market and people having the knowledge and who to operate. Certain people will, I don't want to be too disrespectful, but like when I've seen it, I was talking to someone about this before, with the Bakwa deal, for example, if Edu walks into the room from Nottingham Forest, we're done. Do you know what I mean? That's Edu. Used to play at Arsenal, used to be a director at Arsenal, and now he wants to sign me. We've got Adam Underwood. Hey up, mate. Want to sign for Leeds? Aye, Yorkshire Buds and that. Aye, we do all right. Here's a video of them celebrating in Leeds City Centre. You know what I mean? So, aye. Fish and chips, Graveless. Aye, get your inside. All right, son, I'll see thee in a bit. I don't even know if he's from Yorkshire, but if we don't sign anyone else, would our fan base say Farker hasn't been backed? Yes, they should do. Just like he wasn't fairly backed at Norwich. Personally, think they've sent him into a gunfight with a butter knife. Yeah, man. It's not good, is it? Maybe his standards are too exacting, but Bielsa was the same, right? And they tried to force players on him, and they were dead. Like, they tried to give him Harry Wanks. He's in Championship now. They tried to give him Donny van der Beek. I don't even know if he exists anymore. Do you know what I mean? So, if we spent 20 million on a fourth for each striker, no, I don't think. You can't just look at the numbers, Mr. Dodo. He's had some personal issues, etc. I don't think it's. Look, there's been a lot that will back the club incessantly and say it doesn't matter what others are doing and which I hear. But now it's put up or shut up time. Otherwise, criticisms will have to be laid at the door. See, this is poor, man. This is poor if true. I haven't read Isaac's article, but what I have noticed is like now, Graham Smith and Beren Cross don't even bother going to club anymore, it would seem like. I don't know. I'll have a read through his article and what the state of play is, but PSR reality and 49ers play. What's the 49ers play? They can fuck off. Loan for Liverpool's other striker. They don't have any, bro. That's the whole point. And so Darwin Núñez, Jota, rest in peace, no longer with us. They don't have any, bro. They've got Ugo Ekitike and Isak. The brainwash happy clapper said judges at the end of the window. We are. Judgment is now. The reckoning. Sergeant is a better signer. I don't know about Broby, but I'd take fucking Sergeant. 100%. 30 million Okafor, that's a big deal for us. That's a fucking indictment of our club. And the new champion of FPL. Yeah, listen. Someone's DJ. Oh, well, you are top of our league, aren't you? The Just Joe League. But we're on the same points, so I don't know why that is it done alphabetically or what, DJ. I'm not happy about this. I had a look and I thought, oh, I've been knocked off at top spot in Just Joe League, and then we're on the same points. So I want to know what technicality you are top for. Eh? Are you in UK as well? But yeah, I've been moved to that second. Is it because you got more this game week or something? I don't know, but we're both on 246. We're both on 246. But yeah, I'm doing well. I got manager at month in No Guts, No Glory. 50 quid. Get in. Manager at month. Forget Hamer, man. He's not the player we need, honestly. Yeah. Probably get Backway, Ian. You'll probably get Backway. You probably get Backway as well, bro. This is the thing. You know I won't. You know I'd like that. From a flip side, do we sell anyone? Hopefully Melier. Melier. Sargent and Buendia are in. Can play right, can play 10, maybe. Sunderland are killing it. They've had a very, very good window. Not looking forward to today. Like, half expected nothing at all. Morning, Joe. Seen the Twitterverse has had a good start to the day with the Sunderland and Burnley news. It's facts, though, innit? We'll get off to Marseille. Just giving examples of players. They still have a good squad. If we don't sign more today, the 49ers have not been honest with what they said they would be spending. Broby is an unreal signing for a newly promoted side. Get Somerville in on loan. No chance of that. He's just back from injury. 2 assists off the bench. Get the jet washers out. We've got them, mate. Don't think we'll need them. Got transfer window fatigue, Joe. Tired of players disrespecting our club and chances, self-fulfilling prophecy. Hope Longstaff puts some studs in Buonanotte when we play Chelsea. The facts are Buonanotte won't even touch the pitch. He won't even touch the pitch. He's wasted a year of his career. The start of the window, we were all saying, yeah, 100%. They are the teams we can pull them in. That doesn't stop them having a better squad than us. Like, let's say West Ham was because of lack of business and what's going on with Potter. That can change in an instant. They spent 40 odd million on the guy at Southampton, Fernandez. They could sack their manager. This is the thing. I was saying it last night. The thing is, as well, we have to get ahead of the game in this period, because if things are not going well for a Wolves, for a West Ham, come January, the manager will be gone and they'll spend. They'll spend again, and there's no guarantees we will have the facilities for that. And we know how poor we operate in January anyway. So we need to get ahead of the game now. Even my faith has been shaking. How many times have we got to deadline day and expected signings? Not even a sniff of anything. If we fail to get any today, then the risk of failure goes up. The manager's literally said it as well. The manager has literally said it as well. Matty, I can't be arsed with this back and forth today, bro. I honestly can't be arsed with it, mate. Can't be arsed with it. My point is, he's willing to go in front of the cameras, Sky, and say everything with chest, then put the proof in the pudding. But I can't be arsed with this back and forth today, bro. Hey, Joe from Melbourne, Australia. Where's the signings? Been going around my head all day. Exactly right. Already 9 o'clock and no solid links. Worried 100%. I'm panicking. Yeah, well, it's copium, innit? It's mental. Unreal, mate. Unreal business. Unreal. But we're Red Bull, aren't we? Where's our Red Bull links? I thought that's what we were tapping in for. It's mental, man. We don't need a left winger now, you're right. 18 million. It's not even that, bro. It's 15, innit? Sasha said bad call having Wood as captain this weekend. I had Bruno Fernandes. I brought him in for Cole Palmer. He saved my game week. I'm just waiting for Don't Go to Bed Just Shit tweet to find out we sold Melly Imperial. Where's this Heinens? I say Brown again. Don't need. Yeah, mad deal. There you go. Sunderland have beaten Marseille. We couldn't do the same with Paishao. Underwood nice and cosy in bed still. Well, maybe they go to sleep. They do the deals in the sleep. Polly says we can't be doing nothing today. All that is, Ryan, is because I set them up as soon as I go live. Yeah. So it's because I set it up at say 5 to 9 or whatever, and then boom. We're wanting to do the expansion. Well, yeah, maybe they're saving money back for that. Don't know. I say we do not have the capacity. Exactly, Red Bull. What about a Red Bull? I was having to. Anyway, people think we could sign. What's it called? Appender. You go left, I go right. I go right, you go left. It's mad. Just doing deals. Depressing. Well, we shall see. Let's see what the piece that let's see the piece that Isaac Johnson has written today. The number of Leeds summer signings have entered into double figures with more than 100 million spent, and yet there is still angst among the fan base and the manager about whether these reinforcements will be enough to keep club in the Premier League. Farker could not have been clearer, right? He said it will be, it will be tough for Leeds United to stay in the division. It'll be tough for Leeds United to stay in the division if we don't get the required, adjustments in the forward areas. We won't raise the white flag. Will be difficult to beat. We can already see that, right? Difficult to beat. El Canoes, mate, has gone. El Canoes is in Germany. The frustrating U-turn of Buonanotte left the club insiders surprised and annoyed. The manager wanted a number 10 who can play as a winger, but now Leeds will need to look elsewhere quickly. Just 12 hours remain. So I was saying yesterday about wanting that winger that can play 10. Last week, the club sources outlined the Wides were confident of getting one new face in. So expectations over a second were being tempered. One. That would have been Buonanotte, right? Now that that's gone off, and that was 2 days ago when that went off, where's the thing? Because as I've said, Sunderland lost Gui, sign a player. We've lost Buonanotte. Boom. The hope is another signing can be captured, but as was the mantra back in January, a player will only be brought in if he improves current options. Leeds don't need more quantity. I mean, I would say we do. I would say we do, but indeed need quality. How do we not need more quantity? We don't have a fucking recognised 10 and our right wingers. You can't tell me you can't pick up a better right winger than Dan James and Brendan Aronson. It's just not true. It's just not true. I had this exact conversation about our winger options when it was originally mooted about 4 weeks ago. There was an article that Graham Smith did, if you remember, and they were going, "Oh, yeah, after Paixão, there might not be players out there that'll improve what we've got." What? Um, the club is mindful of its position within PSR, with 9 figures spent and barely 10 million drummed up by sales and loan fees. Well, again, that is on the club. Get these players clubs. You know what I mean? Melier's still kicking around. I said there could be a risk that Melier just sees out his year. Then he can leave anywhere for free. The cloth has to be cut accordingly. At this stage, it seems more probably that an attacker is signed on loan with either an option or obligation. That's fine. That's fine. Because that's what we're seeing with other clubs. So go and fucking get it done. But there's also the very real possibility that no one gets brought in at all. Farker is keen to avoid this scenario, hence his forthright comments at the weekend. When asked whether he felt he currently has enough power, he said, as it stands, Farker didn't say yes. You know, he said it'd be tough. At the end of the day, with 3 attackers, and I'll keep coming back to it. 3 attackers, 3 attackers have been acquired in Metcha, Calvert-Lewin, and Okafor. And we've spent 15 million. 15 million. It's bad. It's bad. Metcha, Calvert-Lewin, and Okafor. And you know what? Like I've not seen enough of Okafor yet, but I like what I've seen from Calvert-Lewin and Okafor. But they could get injured, man. They could get injured, and history tells us there's a big chance of that. And same with Okafor, and he's already injured. You know, he's already injured. A groin issue prevented Okafor from featuring against Newcastle. There is also debate over how successful each will be. Obviously, Premier League experience with Calvert-Lewin, the other two not so. Just hours of the summer transfer window remain, with 7 p.m. the new deadline. Naturally slims the chances of any last gasp transfers happening. As for exits, most of the expected departures have been sanctioned, including the early release of Patrick Bamford. Melier has to seal a move away for the sake of his own career. A number of clubs have thought to have shown interest, but nothing has landed yet. JB could be one who secures a late exit, with Hull City keen on the player. To be fair, Anthony from To Hullenbach messaged me yesterday to ask about him. Sam Chambers and Harry Gray are expected to stay in-house, and that's that piece. So nothing new. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good, if we're being honest. Jonathan Klaus was transferred. Has he gone to Nice? Yeah. Bit of a FIFA donny is Jonathan Klaus. Let's have a look. Just having a look through the pages. Jota Silva's going to Sporting, I think. Yeah. Sporting and Paris FC. His agent was constantly linking us there. Villa showing late interest in Newcastle's Willa Sula. They're in a mess, aren't they, Villa? Just shows you shoot for the stars with the Champions League. If you miss out, it's not looking good, bro. Do you remember that Kellyman that Chelsea spent 18 million or whatever it was from Villa in that mad little switch they did? He's now gone on loan to League One Cardiff. It's quality. Mental. Just having a look through. Leeds out there tweeting about Ilya Gruev on transfer deadline day. Nice one. I like Gruev, but now is not the fecking time. Chelsea yesterday evening, Chelsea recalled Mark Guy from Sunderland. Now they've agreed a 21.6 million package for Ajax's Brian Brober. They may overpay at times, but Sunderland are showing Leeds how to do it. Donnarumma to go to City, that's a big one. Everton have spoken to the reps of Freiburg regarding 23-year-old Germany midfielder Merlin Roll over a potential move. Donnarumma to City is sealed, 30 million plus add-ons. Donnarumma's in the Premier League. That's a big one, eh? Sunderland Broby talks and agree through the loan. Axel Disasi to Bournemouth. Now that looking likely. Jimenez to complete his move from Milan. Club happy with their summer business. Oged is close to joining Marseille for around about 17 million. Potter wanted to keep him, however, understand Oged refused to play for West Ham against Forest on Sunday. West Ham have Charlie Creswell on their radar as a replacement. Wow. So Oged is going to France. Creswell might get his chance in the Prem. Does Donnarumma go into the FPL? Nah. I only got Trafford because he was cheap. I've not played him since I bench boosted. He'll be leaving soon because he's a lot of money. So I'll get some money back there. Isak, obviously, that's massive. I don't know what to do with Ekatike. So yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm praying that we get a couple in and a couple loans, but I'm losing faith in bringing anyone in. Morning, mate. No surprise. West Ham looking at Cressy was brilliant against them on his first start for us. He was very good against Antonio. He was, wasn't he? Yeah, well, they don't even own part of us, man. They just sponsor our shirts and and just give extra money. They declined to invest more when we moved to the Premier League, didn't they? Yeah, Uche's going to Palace, I believe. Oh, I wouldn't dare pay that for him either, if I'm being totally honest. We don't need him. We don't need him. Yeah, man. I know. I will do, bro. I will do. I haven't seen enough from Okafor, mate. I haven't seen enough from Okafor. Let's hope he is, eh? Let's hope he is, my man. So, latest transfer news. What's this? I mean, these links are mental. Werner, Kobe Manu. Where do they get this up? Okay, right, but what are they doing with that then? They own 15%. Where have you got that? Where have you got that figure from, bro? Where have you got that figure from? Do you have? Sorry, I lost connection to my mic. Do they own 15%? Because they were asked for more investment in the summer, just like all the other silent investors, and they refused, right? The exact percentage of Red Bull's ownership stake in Leeds is not publicly disclosed in available sources, but is constantly described as a minority stake, right? The Yorkshire Evening Post article notes that Red Bull holds an approximate 10% share. though this is not officially confirmed. A later report from City AM in December suggested that Red Bull's stake might have diluted to below than 10% after a 120 million share issue by majority owners 49ers Enterprises. If you remember, they were asked, because it says The Athletic clarified that Red Bull invested enough to maintain their original shareholding level. When they were asked to put in some more money, they said no. So there is no definitive evidence in the provided sources stating that Red Bull own exactly 15%. So no one actually knows. The lack of precise figures stems from the club's decision not to disclose specific details about the stake. Given the available information, it is unlikely that Red Bull's stake is as high as 15%, with estimates leaning closer to below 10% after recent financial developments. So, not sure about that one. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't. They refused, bro. They refused. Some did, some didn't. Can we put a huge bid or loan offer in for Vlahovic? No. Yeah, we don't want Werner anyway. He doesn't score. He doesn't score. He's fast, but he doesn't score. It's Dan James. Deadline day and Leeds United still needed an attacker through the door. Follow for live updates. This is from Kyle Newbold, Graham Smith, Chris Holt, and Lee Sobbott. El Canus is off to Germany. That was at 9:33. He's going to Stuttgart. They've agreed an initial loan with a permanent option worth around 21.7. Legally, a minority interest is a maximum of 13.9% in listed companies. Leeds Art publicly listed, suspect 10%. Get me and Bolo, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe it is Josh Sargent time. 9:15 this morning, Leeds don't appear likely to secure a late move for Edward Spurtsian, who the YEP understands has been on the radar all summer. The Armenian international continued his fine form for Krasnodar with an assist against Moscow. But his quotes will no doubt be of interest to Leeds. We are happy that Spurtsian is staying. The offer was serious, but the negotiations did not go far. There you go. So maybe we were in conversations, but the owner or the coach, had said, we are happy that Spurtsian is staying. The offer was serious, but the negotiations did not go far. Reports suggest Wolves have agreed a £24 million deal for Genk striker Arkadair, which is someone that people have mentioned for us. I think he's not seen as a replacement for Strand Larsen. So again, Wolves stronger, right? Burnley are closing in on a deal for Benfica midfielder Florentino Luis. The Clarets will play a loan fee close to 2 million. And we've seen, I think, Uche is going to Palace, and then we've seen what Sunderland are doing. So it's not looking good. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. Look, we would hope. I think Suarez spit on a coach last night? That's how many times has he done that? I swear he spat on a coach last night. Is that right, folks? I saw something on my timeline this morning. Anyway, not Emmanuel Dennis, please. Just Sargent, no thanks. I mean, you'd be wrong to say that, but hey. Mike. I'm not convinced DCL is going to smash it in the Prem. Might get 5 or 6, but want someone in the double figure. Yeah, I don't think we get a striker. We definitely won't get a striker today. The fact that we're struggling to get one in, I don't think one of them's going to be a striker, if that makes sense. I may be wrong, but Manchester United after 2 goalkeepers. Fabio Vieira is on the verge of a move to Hamburg. Villa are pursuing a deadline day deal for Jadon Sancho. Yeah, it's not looking good. Buendia loan, maybe. Unfortunately, can only see Solomon on loan. But yeah, we don't need that. Amazing day for you, BSC. Amazing day. Yesterday, Olympiacos signed Taremi for 2 million. That guy tried to get a loan, move to the Premier League. So, I mean, his agent was doing a madness. Yeah, that's right. This is right. Yeah, of course it does, man. It's the fucking last day. Sunderland can lose a player yesterday and sign a new one today. Mad, innit, mate? It is mad. No. Villa wants Sancho. Let's not be going for what's his face? Sterling, please. The movie silence. But Freiburg midfielder Roll is a target for Everton, 20 million. Villa are also monitoring Harvey Elliott. And AC Milan offered 15 million. I mean, Harvey Elliott, that would be the one. Yeah, I know. Ilya Gruev, isn't it? Yeah, forget the January thing. We don't do out in January anyway. What's the blog? Juventus winger Gonzalez. Basically, the blog is just basically what we're doing, isn't it? Strasbourg Bakwa still available. Just pay. You don't even do the loan. Do the loan for Bakwa. Do the loan for Bakwa. Here's a loan fee. And we're going to pay X amount if we stay up. You know? Surely we can do that. We'll need Brownhill. I don't know where Brownhill's going at this stage. Discussions continue between Man United and Villa for Sancho. I think Villa are having a good time of it, are they? No, I know. I got told, man, when I suggested him he's not good enough. It's fucking mental. I think Okafor is the next Rafinha. Said no one ever. I don't know. I've not seen him. I've not seen him linked to anyone, actually, to be fair. Poor James Trafford as well. James Trafford gone to thingy to be replaced. Mad. Love that from the Leeds salute. That is a very, very good Parag Marate working tirelessly on transfer deadline day. He does deals in his sleep. There he is asleep. Do you think you're on about Farker? It's not. This isn't Farker, man. This isn't Farker, lads and lasses, and anything in between. He may have exacting standards. He may turn some down. We've been in that. We've been in that position before with Marcelo, for example, and you know, and I backed that manager then as well. So yeah, agreed. 100%. And you know it's not, and you're not, and this is the thing. Yorkshireman is a big critic of the manager here, a massive critic. He's not Farker's number one fan, but even he can have You know, to be able to step back and say, but this one isn't on him. This is what I need. Give me what I need. Bring me what I need. That's what Farker. It's not like in the fucking 80s and 90s. Farker's not out there the scouting. They have teams of scouts. Farker's one of the last people to speak to players. And it's a massive day. If the 49ers failed to deliver, whatever happens cannot be blamed on Farker. He's been pleading for attacking for weeks. For weeks, thank you, man. And this is, again, Jamie, someone who's quite critical of the manager. I'm glad people are doing that, because I thought, you know, at the end of the day, we've wanted how long have we wanted a 10 for, genuinely? How long have we wanted a 10 for? We never. I just wish Leeds United for once would just do everything that we need. Like, is it too hard to ask just once? Just once to just give us everything we need. You know, we could probably need 3, and we're going to take 2. The facts are, we'd take 1. We would, if we could just get a right winger. Those were the days. Now I've got people saying, do you know what, Joe, you might be right on Sargent. No board seats or voting rights, 0 influence or even a named director. Yeah, okay. The Red Bull stake is a way of investing more money, but they aren't controlling shares. It's just a workaround for investment. They don't have board seats or voting. Red Bull acquired a minority stake and became, yeah, it was just to give us some more money for the sponsorship kind of thing. But it is frustrating, isn't it? Because it's like there is like some still there is still some let's say, like yesterday, people were saying, "Oh, well, our Red Bull links," and then, yeah, Sunderland have done mad business, so you know you can't help but look across and go, "Wow, wow, fair play." You know what I mean? Well done. If we don't do some more, it will leave us way short, and it could hurt us. It's plain to see we haven't scored from open play yet. Yeah, the players that we've got and Farker have done what they needed to do. You're right. Yeah, legend. It's not gone great, has it? It's what they've said again in front of the Sky cameras. You know, we've been planning for this for 18 months. We'll do everything. Where the fuck is it then? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, as an option, yeah, but it's not the right signing. Big up BSC. Yeah. Put buzzing to get in front and do the bits in front of the cam. That's it. Results go downhill, the manager will replace, but he's not the main reason why it would. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's good to see that. Yeah, that's what he is as well. He would be. Yeah. But then they replaced him with a better player. Mad, innit? Don't really have one, Stu. Don't really have one. I'll bring in the final hour or so with the window. I know Andrea said he'll be free because he didn't come on the final word last night. He was busy, but yeah, I mean it's looking pretty bleak. To be honest, I'm gonna shoot off now, get some breakfast and that. I know, obviously, no, I don't know. I've just got no oomph for it. Can't wait for it to be over. I don't think I have no confidence. We can talk about moving in silence all summer. There is nothing, not a murmur, not a murmur. And I just can't imagine they're going to sign someone we haven't heard of yet in this window. Do you know what I mean? Someone at the club needs to pull rank. If, you know, if it's the manager being too exacting, then tell him tough shit, you're taking these players. They've done it before. They did it with Schmidt. I don't think he wanted Schmidt. They got Schmidt through the door. If it's, I don't know, if it's Underwood, Farker needs to be going above him, or is it just that 49ers aren't willing to spend? I don't know. But someone needs to pull the finger out and say, we've got to. We've got to. I'd swap their transfer window, Lee. I'd swap Sunderland's transfer window. They've done some mad business, you know. That's what I mean, Damien. This is my point, right? So you do weeks and weeks of work, boom, 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 boom. That's why we're probably more likely to see someone that we've had, like a Solomon or whatever. And again, it's no disrespect to Manor, but I know, right? He must be pulling out his fucking hair. He must be pulling out his hair. Just don't know what to do or say anymore. To be honest, yeah, I'm not expecting anything crazy. We've had an okay window, but it's 5 out of 10. It's 5 out of 10. We've spent 15 million on 3 players in the attacking area, and all of them come with injury history. 2 of them were for free. The first part of the window was brilliant, wasn't it? It was. We've done some great business there. We are difficult to beat, but now we need to score goals. And at the minute, we cannot. We have not had an open play goal yet. Not one. In 3 fucking games in the league. That is alarm bells. Massive alarm bells. We can't go through a season with that, or to January with that. Anybody can see that. And then on that day, you're seeing what makes it worse for us is Sunderland have done what they've done this morning. After losing out on Gooey, and he's going back to Chelsea, they've managed to replace him. They probably couldn't believe the fact that Brian Broby's still available at the 11th hour. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the thing. This is what Leeds United were waiting for. Opportunities to present themselves because they might get a cost that he's still available. Sunderland probably can't think. They probably asked about Brian Broby earlier on in the window. Like, that's what happens, right? We wanted Paixão, then we were told there's a chance, and we were just used. But like with Rafinha, we wanted him, and then we got called and said there's a chance. Sunderland probably thought, Brian Broby will be the one, but you know what? It's going to be difficult to do. Let's do a loan. Gooey, we'll get Gooey in. Yeah, cool. Then Gooey goes back and said, Brian Broby's still available at Ajax, Right. Boom, in. He's staying. The manager's come out and said he's staying. Yeah. There was a serious bid. It doesn't look to have developed, is where that's coming. But where's the signings? Where is a signings? It's not looking good, bruv. I will be back, of course. I am going on with Footy Judge Moore at 12 o'clock as well. So looking forward to that. At 12, have we signed any first choice player apart from Anton Stack? I don't know. But yeah, listen, I'm going to go get a coffee now, folks, and have some breakfast, and that I'll be on in a bit. if anything happens. Yeah.
Where's the signings?
Peace out.
What's going on? Where's the on? Where's the signings? What's going on? Where's the signings? What's going on? Where's the